Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you are all fine, and this is the continuation of our previous lecture, which is about the nouns, articles, the categories of articles, and the situation in which articles are unnecessary to use. So in this lecture we will discuss that what are the nouns, what are the categories of noun, and how nouns are used along with the articles. So our key points in this lecture are the countable and uncountable noun. As per the name shows that countable nouns are those nouns in which we count something. And in uncountable nouns, these are the nouns which are in the massive form or which are in the huge quantity which are impossible to count. So let's start it with the explanation of countable and uncountable noun. Before discussing these nouns, we have a knowledge about noun, that what is the noun. So before discussing the countable and uncountable noun, there is a definition of noun that generally a noun may be a person, place, thing or idea. So as we are already familiar with the definition of noun, that noun is something which is related to a person, place or a thing. So noun are also classified as either the count nouns or the mass nouns. As these are the two categories of noun which are the key points of our lecture or in this course, it is important to understand this classification in order to appropriately describe a modified noun with these sentence. So before discussing the noun, we have these classifications in order to modify the nouns within the sentence, that how nouns are used in these categories and what is the function of noun in the sentence and how it functions along with the article. So number one is the count noun, which is also known as the countable noun. So a noun is considered to be countable or the count noun when it is possible to literally count how many of the nouns exist and quantifies the number may be assigned to that noun. So it is something which is countable, literally countable. नाउन बच्चों इसमें हम देखते हैं कि नाउन एग्जिस्ट कितना करता है. फॉर एग्जांपल नाउन एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है और वो काउंटेबल भी है कि हम उसे काउंट कर सकते हैं और उसे हम नंबरिंग में जैसे 1 2 3 इधर सो ऑन हम नंबरिंग दे सकते हैं. इसका मतलब है जब हम किसी चीज को क्वांटिफाई कर देते हैं, क्वांटिफाई मीन्स नंबरिंग दे देते हैं, इट्स मीन it is countable. So a countable noun is a category in which the things are quantifying. Okay, right? The count nouns may be the name of a person, animals, plants, insects, and their parts. For example, a girls or 5 girls. It is countable. A bird or 2 birds. A tree or 3 trees. A bug and 10 bugs. A leg or 4 legs. So these are the names of a person, plants, insects, and their parts. So it is countable. Objects with a definite shape. For example, a computer or 2 computers, a ball, 6 balls, a car or 3 cars. So these are the objects which are countable. Units of measurements are also countable nouns. A pound and a 2 pounds. An ounce or 5 ounces. Words of classification, a phrase or a 3 phrase, a word or 6 words. So these are also included in the category of nouns. Some abstract words, an idea or 2 ideas, a plan or 3 plans. So here are some examples. There are 20 chairs in the classroom. So the noun is the chair and it is countable because you are able to count that how many chairs are in the classroom. So along with the classroom, when there is a numbering or when there is a countable thing, so it is included in the count nouns. Here are 24 hours in a day. The noun hours is countable because you are able to count how many hours in the day, right? So to check if the noun is a count noun, ask yourself, can a noun be counted or quantified by the number? If yes, then 2 studies are conducted. For example, yes. too steady. So too is a countable noun. So if uh, अगर आपको मतलब फर्स्ट कैटेगरी में ये देखा जाता है कि वो काउंटेबल है कि नहीं बाय द नंबर, ठीक है। सेकंड कैटेगरी में देखा जाता है कि इधर वो सिंगुलर है या प्लूरल है। अगर सिंगुलर भी है प्लूरल्स भी है तब भी वो काउंटेबल नाउन में आ जाते हैं। फ्लावर इज अ सिंगुलर एंड फ्लावर्स इज अ प्लूरल, राइट। तो तीसरी कैटेगरी इनकी आ जाती है कैन द वर्ड मैनी be used before the count to modify? Yes, many is also used, but you can say that many cups of sugar were used to make the tea. So many is also countable, that how many cups are there which are used to make coffee. So we can also add the articles a or an along to modify the noun. One pig was rolling in the mud. A pig was rolling in the mud. A and one. If you answer yes, then these nouns is a count noun. So these are the four categories. If your answer is yes along this, then they are the count noun. For example, number one, if the noun is a counted or quantified, if the noun is both the singular or plural, if the noun use the word many, and if the word one and the articles a or an is used, then your noun is a count noun. Clear? Student, what comes the next is the mass noun, which is you also known as the uncountable noun. So a noun is considered to be uncountable or a mass noun when it is impossible to use a number to represent how many nouns exist. Clear? Instead, a mass noun is quantified by using a word that signifies an amount, a cup, pound, foot, which is then followed by the preposition of prior to the mass noun. Yes, in this definition, it means that when something or some place or the some name or something noun exists, but it is unable to count and it is impossible for us to count that noun, then it included in the category of mass noun. इसमें स्टूडेंट क्या होता है कि हम देखते हैं कि कोई ऐसी चीज समथिंग यू कैन से दैट इट इज अ थिंग और इट मे बी अ नेम और इट मे बी अ प्लेस which are unable to count. अगर mass noun इस तरह भी सिग्निफाइज हो जाती हैं कि कोई अगर चीज है जैसे कप ये पाउंड और फुट की एग्जांपल दी उसके साथ अगर आप कोई preposition लगा देते हो तो कप ऑफ शुगर, तो हाउ मैनी शुगर्स, हाउ मैनी आप लिख लेते हो अ कप ऑफ सैंड. सो देयर इज अ माइन्यूट pieces of the sand is there, you can say that which is जिसे हम कहते हैं कि जर्रे होते हैं which are impossible to count. So ऐसे लगा के कोई चीज a cup of के साथ preposition के साथ कोई जब हम noun लगा देते हैं तो it is included in the category of mass noun, or you can also say it is an uncountable noun. Clear? So here are the few examples of the mass noun means material, food, metals, natural qualities mean wood. You are impossible to count the wood, bread, iron. So there are small pores in the bread, so you are unable to count that pores, and iron, that how many atoms, how many molecules are there in these material and in these natural qualities, so they are included in the mass noun. So name of a liquid, gases, substances made up of many small particles like oil, coffee, oxygen, sugar, salt, cement and gravel. So these are the things which are unable to count. Name of languages, yes, English, Spanish, Latin, French, Sanskrit and Chinese. So these are also the name of the languages which are unable to count. So most gerunds, looking, burning, swimming, running. So gerunds, what are the gerunds? We have already discussed before in the previous lectures that what are the gerunds? A noun plus ing that looks like the verbs but they are used as noun in the sentences. जब मैंने आपको जेरेंट के बारे में बताया, जेरेंट एक्चुअली स्टूडेंट्स क्या होता है कि जब भी आप कोई नाउन यूज करते हो उसके साथ आप आईएनजी की एडिशन कर देते हो और वो देखने में हमें ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे वो वर्ब की तरह फॉर्म कर रहा है, बट एक्चुअली इट इज अ नाउन इन द सेंटेंस. यानी लुकिंग है, लुक, लुक हमें ऐसा लगता है कि वर्ब है, ठीक है. यस, ये वर्ब के तौर पे। लेकिन अगर स्विम है, स्विम हम यूज करते हैं एज अ वर्ब। स्मोकिंग है, ठीक है, स्मोक, व्हाट इज स्मोक? स्मोक इज अ नाउन, लेकिन स्मोक के साथ हम आईएनजी की एडिशन कर देते हैं तो इट बिकम अ जेरेंड व्हिच एक्ट एज अ वर्ब। के होते वो लुक लाइक अ वर्ब लग रहे होते हैं, जैसे स्मोकिंग करना, सिगरेट पीना, इट इज एन एक्शन। लेकिन ये अगर नाउन एज अ नाउन स्मोक यूज हो रहा है अलोंग विद द आईएनजी, सो इट बिकम द जेरेंड। सो मोस्टली ऐसे जेरेंड होते हैं जो हमें अनकाउंटेबल होते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल लुकिंग, हम कब तक एक बंदे को देखते हैं, कितने लोग देखते हैं और किस तरह से, मतलब कि हर एंगल से अगर देखा जाए, लुकिंग इज अनकाउंटेबल, वी आर अनेबल टू count it. Okay, so these are the few example of these are the masked nouns. Here are some example. The noun wood is uncountable because a number cannot be used to represent how much wood was separated and struck. So कहते हैं कि वुड जो है वो अनकाउंटेबल है, ठीक है, इनके लिए हम नंबर नहीं लगा सकते। हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि 50 वुड्स आर सेपरेट, तोड़ी गई, एंड इट इज स्ट्रैक फॉर द वुड स्टोव, के चूल्हे के लिए हमें इतनी चाहिए होती है। हम ऐसे नहीं काउंट कर सकते क्योंकि ये इतनी मैसिव होती है, इनको हम नंबर्स में काउंट नहीं कर सकते। सो हमारा इनकरेक्ट हो जाता है सेंटेंस व्हेन एवर वी यूज द नंबर अलोंग विद सच नाउन्स। अगर हम लिखते हैं 50 woods were separate and stacked for the wood store, so it is incorrect. What is the correct sentence? The correct sentence is the cord of wood was separate and stacked for the wood stove. So a cord of wood, yes, it is suitable in the sentence because in the massive nouns, no number is added along with these massive nouns, right? Yes. The noun food is uncountable because a number cannot be used to represent how much food was donated. So food is also a massive noun. We also cannot add numbers like 100 foods, 50 foods, 20 foods. So it is incorrect sentence. So there were 100 foods donated for the local charity event. So it is incorrect. What is the correct sentence? There were several pounds of foods donated for the local charity event. It is correct, right? The noun cement is uncountable because a number cannot be used that how much cement was used to make the sidewalk. So same is the case with the cement word. 20 cements were used to make the sidewalks. It is not suitable. Or a bag of cement was used to make the sidewalk. Yes, it is correct and it sounds good, right? Okay, let's the to check if the noun is a massive noun, ask yourself. So same is the case with the countable nouns. जब हमने उधर चेक किया कि व्हाट आर द फोर कैटेगरीज के हमें पता चल जाए उसके बाद कि काउंटेबल नाउन है, तो इसी तरह हम कुछ चेक्स करते हैं कि जिससे हमें पता चल गया that our noun is a massive noun or either a countable noun. So does a word signifies an amount need to use to modify the noun? Yes. कि अगर आपका कोई word signifies कर देता है, ठीक है, use to modify the noun. For example, a cup of flour. Yes, मैंने जैसे बताया of का word use, preposition जहाँ पे भी add हो जाती है ना, a flour, आटे के जरूर को हम गिन नहीं सकते. So a cup of flour. So जब ये preposition के साथ कुछ addition हो जाती है ना, तो उसमें हम कहते हैं कि इट इज अ मैस नाउन, इट इज नॉट काउंटेबल नाउन, ठीक है. अ कप ऑफ फ्लोर वाज यूज्ड इन द रेसिपी, so it is included in the mass noun. What comes the next? Does the word of need to be used before the noun in order to modify? Same is the case कि आप जब preposition का use करते हो, ठीक है, उससे आपको साफ पता चल जाता है कि जहां पे भी ऐसे ऑफ यूज हो रहा है बिफोर द नाउन, तो आपको पता चल जाता है कि दैट इट इज इंक्लूडेड इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ मैस नाउन. जैसे इन्होंने लिखा आई यूजुअली ड्रिंक अ कप ऑफ कॉफी इन द मॉर्निंग. सो ऑफ preposition is used in order to indicate the mass noun. What is the third category? Does the noun have only a singular form? So whatever there is a singular form, it means that something which is not further divider or which does not have any plural form. Yes, smoke. हम ये नहीं कहते there are many smokes. It is not sounds good or it is incorrect. Yes, smoke is a singular and does not have the plural form, but it is included in the mass noun. How? Because अब देखो smoke को आप count नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है? Smoke एक ऐसी चीज है which is in massive form, it is in a gaseous state. और अभी हमने ऊपर read किया कि कोई भी चीज लिक्विड फॉर्म में होती है, गैसियस फॉर्म में होती है, किसी भी फॉर्म में होती है तो वो हम मैस नाउन में आ जाती है। तो ठीक है, कुछ ऐसी कैटेगरीज होती हैं जिनके प्लूरल फॉर्म नहीं होते, ओनली दे हैव द सिंगुलर फॉर्म बट दे आर इंक्लूडेड इन द मैस नाउन। सो इफ योर आंसर इज यस देन द नाउन इज। Now student, mostly articles are used only with the countable nouns which can be counted in number. Rest nouns take other determinants. So कुछ आर्टिकल्स ऐसे होते हैं जो काउंटेबल नाउन्स के साथ ही आते हैं और कुछ होते हैं जो दूसरे डिटर्मिनर्स के साथ आते हैं। डिटर्मिनर्स मीन हियर स्टूडेंट्स दैट द थिंग व्हिच रेफर्स टू द नाउन, जो इंडिकेट कर रहा होता है नाउन को। जैसे मैं कहती हूँ कि मैनी फ्लावर्स, सो मैनी determines the noun that how many flowers are there. So these are the other determinants or something else. So the articles are also used with the countable nouns. Here, for example, a book is a correct one, but a water is not one. So water is a mass noun, not a countable noun, right? But book is a countable noun, so the article a is used along with the book, not with the water. So a boy is a correct one, but a sugar is not the correct one because sugar is the mass noun, not the countable noun. A computer is the correct one, but an air is not the correct one because the air is the uncountable noun. A teacher is a countable noun, so an article is used along with the teacher, not with the, but a teaching is a wrong one answer, right? So an indefinite articles a और an are not used arbitrarily, मतलब कि randomly ये use नहीं होती, ये categories में use होते हैं, ठीक है? ये हमेशा countable nouns के साथ आप mostly देखोगे, इन्हें uncountable nouns के साथ नहीं देखोगे. So there are definite rules to these indefinite articles and these rules are strictly followed while speaking or writing in English. Yes, इन रूल्स को फॉलो के लिए हमें बहुत ही बेसिक इंग्लिश हमारी स्टार्ट इन आर्टिकल से होती है. सो दे हैव द स्ट्रिक्ट रूल्स, राइट? It is important to note that if articles are not used approximately, so the meanings may change or be misunderstood. So जब आप ये articles नहीं use करते हो appropriately, मतलब कि जहाँ पे ये use होने वहाँ पे आप articles का use नहीं करते हो, तो the meanings may change. और misunderstood ये मानता है कि उसकी जो authenticity है वो भी खत्म हो सकती है और meaning totally change भी हो सकता है, right? Therefore, it is must to understand and follow the rules to learn the correct English. A is used before a word or a countable noun beginning with the consonant sound. Keep in mind, जब हमने आ article के rules पढ़े तो हमने कहा it always come before the consonant sound. So or along with the countable noun. For example, a boy, a man, a girl, a table, a young man. Right? And an is used with a word beginning with the vowel sound. An apple, an elephant, an egg, an inkpot, an idiot, an orange, an orphan, an umbrella, right? An is used before a word beginning with the consonant letter but a vowel sound. ये भी मैंने आपको बताया. An honest man, an honorable guest, and here. A is used before a word beginning with the vowel letter but a consonant sound. A university, Europe, union. So these are the words that beginning with the vowel either, but they sounds like the consonants. So there are some abbreviations which begin with the consonant letters for pronunciation with the vowel and take an article which include an hot, an MA, MA, an ST, MLA, and MSc, MBBA, MCom, MPhil. So they start with the sound A, M, pom, MSC, ML, ST, MA, hot, HOT. Okay. So these categories take a article and, right? Student, if a noun is modified by an adjective, the choice between a and an depends on the initial sound of the adjective that immediately follows the article. So कभी भी अगर कोई adjective use कर लेते हैं तो उसमें हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि an use होना है या are use होना है? So it depends upon the initial sound of the adjective. For example, broken. So we see that B. B is a consonant sound. So our article is used along with the broken. Unusual. So un is the u is an consonant, vowel sound. So we add an article along with the unusual. So Europe, E is a vowel sound, but it sounds like a Europe. Why? So it including the category of a article. Clear? So in English, the indefinite articles a and an are used to indicate the membership in the group. So I am a teacher means I am the member of the large group known as the teachers. So British is an Irish man. So Varian is an Irish man. Varian is a member of the people known as Irish. So indefinite articles a and an are used in the sense of one of the many. For example, I met a friend. It means I have many friends, but I met only one. I read a novel mean one of the certain novels, right? A and an is used to show the whole class in the sense all and any. A student should be obedient means any student or students. A doctor must love his patients means any doctor or love. So one word, one article declare or one article show the whole category of the whole class. So a is used with the words like the little and the few. A little male, a few students. So a little milk means milk is an uncountable noun. So in this way, along with the adjective, these articles are used with the uncountable noun. Otherwise, a and an are always used with the countable noun. For example, a few students. Yes. A and an is used in the sense of every. For example, 2000 a month means 2000 every month. 10 rupees a dozen, 5 rupees a kilo, 5 times a year, 80 kilometer an hour. So a and an is used in exclamatory sentences before an adjective. For example, what a beautiful flower, what a pretty girl. So such type of exclamatory sentences, a article is used or an article is used. A shameful act. What a hot day. What an idea. Searching. Indefinite articles are is commonly used with certain words. For example, a couple, a dozen, half a dozen, a quarter, a thousand, a million, a lot of, a great deal of, and a great number. So students, this is all about the countable and uncountable noun along with the articles, that what are the articles and how articles are used along with the countable or uncountable noun. So this is the whole topic which is related to your nouns and articles. I think this is very interesting and easy lecture of your course as well. So इसके बाद बावजूद भी आपको कोई ambiguity, कोई confusion हो तो we will inshallah definitely we will discuss it in a Zoom meeting. So this is all about. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.